Ow. You don't usually attack me like this. What are you doing? Oh, you're funny. Bobby, what are you doing? You've never attacked me like this. I know you want to play, but really, Bobby.
In today's episode, we're going to explore cat time. And cat time's different from human time. Cats spend a lot of their time in a semi-conscious state or an unconscious state, and occasionally they come out of it to hunt, to play, patrol their territory, or even make nice with us. In today's episode, John is going to help us understand how to synchronize ourselves with cat time so we can live in the greatest harmony with our feline friends. A day in the life of a feral cat, what does that look like? What does it do in a 24-hour period?
Survive.
Yeah.
That's a question that's hard to say. You'd have to put a camera on them and find out.
When would they hunt? When would they sleep?
They're bicuspidal, I forget the name. Anyway, it means that they're most active at dawn and dusk.
Right.
And so they peak out at both those times, but they tend to hunt more at night as a rule. But that would also dictate where they are. If they're living in an area that there's more prey in the day, then they might do that too.
Do those patterns translate at all for domestic cats?
Oh, of course, yes. Even domestic cats are more likely to be active at dusk and dawn.
So if you're trying to orient yourself towards your cat's schedule, being aware of that might be helpful.
I think it is, but you can always do it the other way around, orient your cat to your schedule.
Oh, so they'll do that?
They will. So for an example let's just say your cat's getting you up in the middle of the night because he wants to eat. Well, first thing, you ignore them, you pretend they're not even there, you pretend you're asleep. And what you do is you feed them later and have a good solid play before you feed them. So they'll go into the play and then they will eat and then they will groom themselves and sleep.
Right.
And they should be able to get through the night. You just start redoing their whole schedule.
What's a normal sleeping pattern for a house cat? Or is there a normal sleeping pattern for a house cat?
Well, after they eat, they generally like to sleep. They have the grooming session, they like to sleep when they're bored. And after a good play session, or just because they feel like lying down and having a good sleep.
Right.
That's why if they're sleeping too much, that's what you got to get them up and get them playing a bit.
Right.
Getting around doing that. But cats generally sleep a lot because the way they hunt is they give a lot of energy all at once in a big spurt, and then they rest and cat nap, which is half sleeping, to conserve energy.
So how much playtime do you think Bobby should have every day?
Well, the key thing is doing it on a regular routine. Cats are big on routine. They like to know at 9 o'clock to expect a play time, for example, or 9 and 4. So I always recommend starting out with 5 minutes and then working up slowly so it works for both of you. One, he physically gets used to doing that if he's not used to playing a lot. And two, you get used to fitting that in your schedule. If you do it 9 one day, nothing the next day, 4 the next day, or you go 9 and 4 one day and then 12 and 9, they can't count on it. And they get a bit nervous because it's and that's part of the territory. It's knowing to expect things. And so when a cat goes around their territory, they inspect to make sure things are the same. So time routines are very important to a cat, and they've got a good relative assessment of what time spans are. And a cat's always more relaxed when they know to expect something that's going to actually happen. It's like telling a kid that, yeah, we're going to go to the zoo tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and the kid knows how to tell time, and you don't go to the zoo at 9 o'clock. The kid may not say much, but they're going to it's going to be upset to some degree for it. And it's different. One cat will react differently than another cat, so it might quite severely affect one cat where it just throws the other cat off just a little bit.
So what's the difference between a feral or a stray cat? I've talked to a number of people about this, and it seems like I get different answers from everybody. In next week's episode, we're going to talk to Nalini Ramroot from Toronto Cat Rescue, who's going to help us understand the difference between feral and stray cats and what we should do when we encounter one.
Like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. Don't miss an episode of Bobcats Playground. Help us change the world, one cat at a time. Bobcats Playground is produced by Edit Extreme. The opinions expressed are those of the participants and are not intended to replace professional advice. Find out more at editextreme.com.